But since this is a once in a lifetime opportunity to grab this character, since I guess he wasn't made.
And when MMC comes out with their color of this, you'll have two of them. The only thing I don't like are those hook feet.
Yeah. All I see on the Scorpion is like some eyebrows. Yeah, now you got me even more intrigued.
Am I wrong?
Spot on. I think I actually like the way this looks. That's why I'm so disappointed in this. I will be saving my $55. So I think it's very smart. I think this looks very good. Hey, welcome back, Bot vs. Con fans. As always, I am Bobby the Bot.
And I'm James the Con.
And we're back with another round of news, but it's been such a busy day today. Before we jump into that, let's give a shout out to our official sponsor, The Chosen Prime. There's a reason why we're wearing these shirts, and you can guess why. TFcon's around the corner, and go check out the interview we did with Brandon. Also want to give a shout out to our members. It was really great hanging out with you guys this past weekend. Lots of fun, lots of jokes at my expense as well. But also want to say thank you to our subscribers. Again, without you, we wouldn't be doing this channel. So really appreciate everyone. And with that, let's go ahead and jump into the news as we approach TFcon.
Before we do that, I do want to give a big shout out to our latest member, Scooby Prime. Thank you so much for joining us actually on the live stream. It was great to get to know you a little bit. And I guess let's get into it now. So TFcon's right around the corner, so there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Manny Gallen, who did the Generation 2 comic, actually will be there. And I've got to say, I really like this image of Prime. I think it's really cool. I love the G2 art style, so I think there's some really cool stuff there that he's done.
I'm not really a fan of this.
Shouldn't surprise me.
Very blocky.
Yeah, but he looks tough. To me, Prime looks more like a dad than being tough, and this looks like he's about to knock your teeth in, which is why I like this.
Yeah, or build some Legos.
Both. Use your teeth as Legos after he knocks them out. Yeah. All right, well, let's get into what we just did a video on. So if you haven't caught it, we did, like Bobby was saying, an interview with Brandon of The Chosen Prime, and they showed off this teaser, which I thought would be fun to start with, which is the Fans Hobby and Chosen Prime Obsidian Commander. And so they showed this off, and I think everybody right away guessed it. I know Bobby didn't, because he doesn't know anything beyond his limited scope. I'm just joking.
The great scope.
But either which way, I think everybody knew that this was going to be Grand Scourge, and here he is. What do you think about this?
Well, I will actually take a step back. A lot of people, I saw some comments that people just thought it was Nemesis. And
see, I saw people saying Grand Scourge and Nemesis.
Yes.
But they were kind of one and the same, kind of.
Well, actually, from what I've seen, they're two different characters as well. So,
well, yes, knows? But the Nemesis for Energon Optimus is this color scheme.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah.
I just saw that there was, again, just reading some of the comments, and shout out to Get Right Robot as well for giving
you saw that? He saw that too, where he's a Matrix hunter. I'm like, that's awesome.
Yes, he had a long post about this. So, it looks good. I've talked about this as I didn't pick up the Energon Prime from them because it's not my favorite version of Prime. But since this is a once in a lifetime opportunity to grab this character, since I guess he wasn't made as a toy, I am picking this up, and I do kind of like the colors on this.
Yeah, we've talked about it on the show before. When we showed off the Energon Prime, I always said, this is the one I want. This is the repaint I want. I'm so happy it's happening. If you watched our interview with Brandon, he said, they picked this because it was kind of out of their wheelhouse. It wasn't it's obscure, but it's a logical repaint. And I'm just glad it's happening. I don't know if Fans Hobby didn't want to do it, so the Chosen Prime picked it up, or what's going on. But I think this looks great. The colors are so fun and different. Honestly, I wish I know it's very good for what it is, but I wish the original one didn't have the black leg. I wish it was another color. just to add another pop of color, because that one kind of falls, you know,
It blends
kind of
in.
blend in. You know what I mean? And other than that, I think this is great. And here he is with the sword. Perfect to add the sword. I love the gold chrome. It's unique. It's different. It's not your typical Nemesis Prime, and I like it. And I did want to show off the inner bot because I think that looks pretty dang cool as well. They did a good job with that. So all around, I think this is a great figure. I can't wait to actually experience the mold because neither one of us have experienced it. And Brandon had some high praise, and I trust him from our conversations we've had with him before. So yeah, and here's an in-hand image that Brandon was that showed off for us. So it looks just as good in hand, it looks like. So will you be picking this up, or 2 or 3 or 4 or?
I will be picking one of these up. I thought the thing that I actually liked surprisingly the most was the gold chrome on the drill. I thought it looks really good, and I don't know, that got me. And
how it like opened up with the hand,
how it opened up
was really cool too. The original one didn't do that.
Yes. So I thought that was really cool. I do not like the mustard seed or poppy seed yellow arm. That's probably my least favorite about this. It just kind of throws off everything else, I think. But I do hope that we can get all the limbs in the same color, because I would probably do teal and I would probably do black if so. But I think it looked great. I'm with you. Can't wait to get this in hand and experience this mold, since I did skip out on the Energon one.
Yeah, I actually like the yellow arm because it's literally the opposite of like all the other colors. It's just weird and different, and I know that might, make people like Bobby go, but I'm like, that's the different arm. Maybe all these have minds of their own, and they're not drones, and that's the one that's secretly an Autobot or something. That's what you can use your imagination for.
It just takes me back to being a kid. It's like one of these kids are doing their own thing. One of these kids are one and the same. I don't know if you knew that song.
I've never heard that song, but I'll have to look it up now.
Yeah, that is the kid that's doing his own thing.
And that's why I like him, because he reminds me of myself, I guess.
That's James.
Exactly. Let us know what you think of this down below. Go watch our interview. We go in much more in depth with Brandon about this figure. And let us know if you're going to be picking it up.
Yes.
So next, Alex Milne, I'm not exactly too sure how to say that, will be at TFcon. And he has 20 slots if you want custom drawings, and they are quite pricey, but again, he's done a lot of stuff over Transformers, so if you really wanted a specific character drawn, I think this would be cool, if you have the cash, obviously.
Well, I think that's really, really cool to do. The first thing that was highlighted to me, or a highlight for me, was that the Technobots, that Computron down there.
Of course.
That's the first thing I noticed. I think it's really cool. I don't think I'll be picking up any of these.
Well, so this is you don't pick these up.
I'm sorry. I meant going to get a custom.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry. That's what I meant to say. I don't think I'll be doing that. I do think it's cool though. What do you think?
I think it's awesome. I remember going to BotCon, and you could meet the designers at the time. This was 2011. And they would do sketches for you. And you could say, and it was free. You didn't have to pay this. They were little, though. I have them framed. And you could say, so you could be like, I want Shattered Glass Rodimus, because that was my holy grail. Arachnid and Waspinator. Those are the 3 I had them draw because they were like just in my mind, And it was really cool to have that. And I could see if somebody really likes Alex Milne. I like his art, but I don't know too much about him, honestly. I don't know his history. But this would be cool to get that character that you would never get anybody else to draw. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have the money, but if I had the money, I would go get a Cryotech $500, because nobody else is going to be doing that. So I think this is great for people if they want a specific character.
Well, I agree. As you started talking about, I started thinking about maybe some of the things that I would want as well.
Things you never see. Like for me, it'd be Universe Razorclaw. That would be amazing. There's a lot of characters out there that don't get the love just because they're not as popular, and it makes sense. I'm not saying that, and I'm sure you could find one that you might not have a print of that you could get.
I'd want my alternators S2000.
Exactly. You could do something like that.
That's what I was thinking of.
There's a lot of cool things you can do.
And I think this is a shameless plug here, but I'm going to do it anyway. We do have our TFcon exclusive print as well.
Yes.
That will be available at TFcon as well. So, dang, I mean, maybe we should talk to Chris about raising the prices to, $500 or something like that. Just kidding.
That's for you to figure out. But next up, let's go to leaks. So this first one, I actually got a good chuckle at. And it's Super 7 Reaction Devastator, and I just got a chuckle because it says not for public release, and it's everywhere. So we're talking about it. I just thought that was funny, but I also thought it was funny because when X-Transbots comes out with these colors, you'll have a second Devastator or a third at that point of just X-Transbots. And when MMC comes out with their color of this, you'll have two of them.
The crazy thing is I hate it, but I like it. I would want to see something funky like this for a Devastator. It reminds me of the KOs that were at the swap meet when I was a kid. So I would like to kind of see something like this on the shelf. I don't know by who yet, but
X-Transbots, they're doing all the repaints.
I just meant I don't know which version I would want to see. What company I would like to see do it. I mean, so far X-Transbot does have a great looking one. They're 1/6 of the way there.
Yeah, I actually like this color scheme. It gives a little bit more life to Devastator, who's usually typically just one color. And I really like the blue chest plate, or whatever that's called, the hands, the little line at the crotch, and the gun. The blue really brings out this color scheme instead of purple. It makes it unique and different. So I think this is a cool color scheme, and I can't wait to see it in your collection when it comes out in MP size. A few times.
Oh, help me.
Well, let us know what you think of this color scheme, and we'll be right back with what has been just announced.
All right, so let's jump into what was just announced. And up first is MDLX Acid Storm. Oh, man.
Well, I guess I'll start since he's awestruck.
This looks pretty good.
I think so too. I love the colors on it. The only thing I don't like are those hook feet.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I don't like on it. And we've talked about that before.
Mm-hmm. With the other
love the little blades. I love, maybe they leak acid, corrosive acid, so he could slice through people easier. I don't know. This looks really cool. I like it.
That's what caught me off guard was the little blades in his hand. And so I was like, oh man, that's kind of cool. Yeah, this looks great. I think I'm not gonna do it, but maybe they'll have it on display at TFcon as well.
Yeah, that'd be cool to see. This is about $80, so really not that bad.
Not bad.
7-8 inches tall. But he also has his brother Sunstorm, which again looks amazing besides those feet. I don't like those feet.
I like the feet.
But this does look really good as well. He has the blades. Maybe they superheat for Sunstorm, so he can cut instead of corrosive acid. Colors are on point. This looks great. I just wish it turned into a jet.
Yeah, exactly. I'm right there with you. This looks. And I know we saw him earlier, and we've talked about him. We've probably gushed over him before, but again, seeing more images makes them look really, really, really good.
Yeah. So these are BBTS exclusives and will be up for pre-order soon, I believe. They also teased Ion Storm, so you can have all Well, I don't know if it's all three because technically it's not Sunstorm, it's Nova Storm is the Rainmakers. But either which way, you could have all three colors of the Rainmakers.
That's exactly why I'm not going to do it.
Especially with Seekers, right? Because
Exactly.
then you have to go back and get Starscream and
Yeah.
Thundercracker and Skywarp and whoever else they come out with, right?
Nope, not gonna do it.
Nope.
Yeah,
Okay.
continue. I don't even want to look again.
I think you should get these though, because they're limited edition. We've got the Blockies, limited edition, Optimus, and Ice Megatron. I don't know what's limited about this Optimus. I'm gonna be honest. So if anybody knows in the comments below, please let us know. But I do know that the Megatron's like the icy one, like because he breaks out of ice in the movie, or he's frozen or something. And I remember having a toy of Megatron that had ice all over it, and I did kind of like that. I like the bases these come with, the little ice and the fire. Those are really cool. But I put these two pictures in there so you could see how they get built, so you could go ahead and pick some up so you can build them.
This is gonna be the easiest pass for the Blockies. I need all Blockies to look like this so they won't tempt me. I really don't mean that for anybody, but for selfish reasons. If they all look like this, I wouldn't be tempted, even though they look good.
And that's what I was going to say. They actually look really, really nice.
I like the Prime.
See, I like the Megatron. I like that he's like that blue and the red eyes really stand out on that Megatron because of the blue. I think both of them look great. Not my cup of Energon, but I could see why somebody would be picking these up.
The blue on the Prime and the red on the Prime are really popping off.
They do.
Like it looks.
I'm thinking maybe the limited edition's metallic because that's kind of what I'm seeing.
It's very vibrant.
Yeah. So both of them look great though.
Yeah.
Moving on, YOLO Park is having a Halloween surprise grab bag. So if you go spend $150 or more, you get 2 to 3 gifts for free, and it ends on the 31st.
Well, I know how much you like pins, so you can go ahead and spend $150 and get you some pins, James.
If I could pick the pins, but you get them random.
Oh.
So knowing my luck, I'd get 3 stickers. So, but if you're already planning on getting the Nemesis Prime or Starscream, might as well get some free swag while you're there.
Yeah.
Next, we've got BDT Studios Legacy Evolution Armada Megatron Shoulder Upgrade Set. I'm not quite sure what this does because I don't have this figure, but maybe it keeps the shoulder pylon straight, which is pretty important if you ask me.
Do you have a picture of it from the front?
No, I only saw these pictures.
Okay, so it actually gives it a little bit of like definition on the front as well.
How does it do that when it's only back pieces?
Yeah, well, so if you look at the ones that sit like close to the part that sits close to his antennas or whatever, when he's facing you, it has a design on the front, so you can actually see, like you see the 2 circles on each one. You can see them in the front, so it gives it some like definition on the side.
Okay.
So yeah, they look pretty good. I did take a look at those, and I mean, I don't think I would purchase these, even though I do have this figure. But I definitely think it makes it look a lot better.
Yeah. Depending on the price, if I have this figure and I liked this figure, which I don't know if I do, I just don't have it. If these were like $5-10, I could see upgrading it for that much. I don't know how much these are, but that would be a fair price for these.
And they actually peg on in alt mode as well, so there's kind of storage for them in alt mode.
Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Next up, we have another kind of upgrade set. We have Shockwave Labs. Oh, excuse me, Iacon 3D Labs Legend Scaled Arc Computer.
I want this in MP size.
You're not going to get it in Legend size as well?
No.
Why not?
Nope, not going to do it. Nope. Nope.
It'll be at TFcon Baltimore. Just add it.
I know, and you have to be a friend and not let me buy this.
You think I'm going to tell you not to buy something?
You have to be a friend and just say no. I think it looks great. I really like the way it looks. I honestly don't have anywhere to put it. I think this would look great in my display, not my diorama that I have, which I've used for some of the videos and stuff like that. I think having an MP size version of this would look great in that, and that's why I can say no to a Legend size.
But why don't you just have, like, I don't know, rewind in it, and then it is MP sized.
Damn, that's a good idea. I'm not gonna do it.
Okay, well, convince him in the comments, please. Next up, we have Shockwave Labs filler kits for animated Optimus and Motormaster.
I haven't handled either one of these figures. I'm not sure. I see that big back piece, I guess, and that makes me wonder how gappy is that back piece, or what does that back piece look like?
I think it's just hollow.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have either of these figures either. So
yeah. So I mean, I guess they're fine. There's some severe gapping on this one though, from what it looks like.
Yeah,
not in the front, which is good from what I've been able to see.
Yeah, it's all in the back. I think the Motormaster one's colors are way closer, or it's the lighting, because those thigh parts on Optimus are like stark white compared to the rest. Maybe it's a flash or something.
Maybe it's the flash. I'm hoping it's the flash.
Yeah, hopefully. If you really like animated Prime, I'd say get it if it's reasonable, but neither of them look bad.
Yeah, neither of them look bad.
115 Utopia showed off an upgrade set for the bludgeon, the Mayhem Attack Squad bludgeon, and this looks really cool.
I don't know what this is supposed to be referencing, so I don't.
So he was a normal tank, I believe, in the comics. So that's just making him. I actually have him right here. Instead of this like double-barreled tank, into a more traditional, even though it can't be tank. And then he had the flags on the comic as well as the shoulder pads that went out this way.
Oh, okay, then yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it and I was just like, okay, I don't necessarily know what this means, but if that's the case, then it looks great.
Yeah, I think they did a great job. It makes the figure look a lot better, in my opinion.
I want to see it in color.
Yep. Now, will you pick it up? Because you do have this figure. Just to make him different from Tarn.
Probably not. I still want to see it in color, but probably not.
Go Better Kits has the Lambos, and you can see it gives them
gap fillers in the spoiler.
Gap fillers, but they're two different figures, but they just called it Lambos. So I don't know if that spoiler works on both of them.
Yeah, because they're both Lambos.
I know, but they're two different figures. So does it actually like clip in? Does it have the connection points for both types of figures? It didn't say, but either which way,
I got you.
The gap fillers are fine, like all gap fillers. The spoiler really looks good though. It's supposed to be red though, or is it's supposed to be black for Sideswipe?
It should be red.
It should be red. Okay, it might just be black for just to show it off. But
yeah,
I think it looks great.
I do too. It looks really good.
You can really see that Sideswipe is missing something. Top picture.
Yeah, and I mean, these Lambos do come without the spoiler, so but it definitely looks more aggressive with the spoiler, I think. I like it.
Yeah, I do too. For treads, they also have filler set, which again does improve the figure.
Yeah, and this picture looks really good. I don't know what it is. Like when this figure was announced, it looked kind of blah to me. But this picture, even though it's just like probably just a regular photo, it actually looks good to me. I skipped picking this up, but it actually looks pretty good. And maybe it's because I haven't seen it in a while.
I think it's because you haven't seen it in a while. Because it looks the same to me. But it is a good looking figure. This is, I think, the one we both wanted the most out of the set. And then the other two flopped for us personally. But I think this looks great. Yeah.
Yeah. Filler kit looks fine as well.
Yeah. Next we have Ferric. And you can see it gives him new feet. And really increases his height. I don't know why. If that's just to make him more in proportion with himself or whatnot. But they look good for what they are.
Yeah. I actually like the red in the back as well.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Buster's. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Don't think I'll be picking this up either, though.
Yeah, me neither. Next up, Funby Studios showed off the Vector Prime Minicon, which is Safeguard.
This is where I saw this and thought about you and wanted to get your take on this.
Well, I can't comment on the figure too much besides that it looks like it's shaping up well. I mean, it's obviously in like the prototype stage, but it does look good. This is what Hasbro should have included.
Yeah.
If a figure has a minicon, they shouldn't leave out the minicons, especially when they made that 2-pack. The Shattered Glass Sideswipe have a minicon, so that means they can do it. They're just not. And I don't know. I feel like they're leaving out. We've talked about it on the show before. One of the main features of Armada, or I mean, he didn't have a mini. I mean, Cybertron didn't have minicons, but he did. It made him a little different. So yeah, especially this one. This one was cool. It looked like a gun on his arm. I liked it, but doesn't surprise me that Hasbro left him out though.
I think this is cool that they're doing it. They were trying to test out the transformation from what I read.
Oh, is that what they were doing? Okay.
Yeah, they wanted to make sure it transformed and stuff. So that's cool that, again, they're doing transforming figures as well. What's next? I like the idea. I still have a feeling that Hasbro's going to drop, minifigures or minicons as, something later down the line as a cash grab. I just think it's if they didn't do it, then that's a shame, because then it's just like, why did you leave off the minicons like completely?
I can tell you why, but we're just gonna not talk about that.
Well, now we can get one here.
We'll move on to this. This caught me off guard. So Robot Toys, which did those like robotic Legends Optimus and Megatron and stuff, are doing an MP-sized Lord Ventagon Scorponok. I need to see more about this because I don't know if we talked about it. Scorponok was always my favorite as a kid. That I loved the original toy. Not too much of him in the show. He's kind of a dunce from what I remember. The toy was a lot cooler. But I do have some Predacons if you watched my walkthrough. And I would have Scorponok join the ranks if this comes out.
So, all I see on the Scorpion is like some eyebrows.
Yeah, see, that's why I liked the original toy, which I have the re-release up here. It looked more menacing. They kind of made him very cartoony for the show, and I understand people want cartoon accuracy. So he's supposed to look he looks a little goofy in the show.
Okay, so those are eyebrows.
Yeah, just like how Bumblebee's car mode looks a little goofy.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing.
Okay, and then is that Primal that's laying?
So if you look in his claw, he has his bee, and the bee's on Primal. I don't know if that's a reference to a show I don't remember. But I think they're showing that it lights up, which sounds like something why you would pick it up.
I like the idea. I'm very curious about how this transforms as well. It caught me off guard as well, seeing it come out as an MP size. I was expecting it to, because I think they teased that they were making this, but I just assumed it was going to be in Legends.
Everybody assumed it was Legends because they just it was with their other Legends figures. I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah.
So yeah, this is kind of cool. If the price is right, I'll probably pick it up.
Yeah. So I know you'll be picking up another Scorpion we'll be talking about in the next section, so stay tuned. DNA also showed off this. I'm assuming this is an upgrade set for animated Menasor. Or, not Menasor, Motormaster. Maybe this is Menasor. It makes sense. They already have it for Prime. Might as well recolor it and give him a sword and make it for Menasor.
That's what I was thinking as well when I saw the sword in particular. And I did like the upgrade kit on Prime. It made it look really good. It filled it out. So it makes sense. I'm curious to see what it looks like for the Motormaster.
And this actually kind of tempts me to get this, because I wasn't getting it because I have the original BotCon one, and the mold just didn't do anything for me. But having it look a little different with the wings and I don't know what type of armor it is, would be different on the shelf to be kind of cool paired with them. But I don't know if it's going to be worth $80, let's say, with the cost of the upgrade. I don't know how much the upgrade set is.
I meant to look up how much the upgrade kit was.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's going to be worth both of those combined, but I think this is going to be cool, and I'm very excited to see what they do with the colors. Like, are the gloves going to look like Wild Rider and Dead End, and then Breakdown and stuff? You know, is that what they're going to do with this? Because that would be kind of interesting.
That would be very.
Or is it just going to be Motormaster colors? So time will tell.
Yeah, now you got me even more intrigued.
Because they could do that. I think he has 2 gloves and 2 feet, so you could literally just color those like
that would be kind of cool.
So yeah, that would be. Next up, we have this. I think you might be interested. This is Weekend's Workshop Replacement Head for Studio Series 86 Prime, and this is via Weibo User Captain. This is about $25 for a new head, and I can say that it does improve the figure as somebody who isn't planning on picking this figure up. Because the figure's so animation accurate. This is an animation accurate head. I don't know what Hasbro was thinking putting a normal Prime head on this body when he doesn't look like this. Studio series should look like what it looked like in the studio, and this is not what Prime looked like in the movie. Am I wrong?
Spot on.
Okay, so this head I think really improves it, and maybe it should have been included as a bonus or something, but let's be honest, Hasbro is just going to release it again in another slightly different color scheme with a new accurate head for people to pick up.
Yeah, I think this head looks great. I'm not going to pick it up, I don't think, but it is tempting.
I can see somebody who didn't have as many primes as you pick this up for their definitive prime.
Yeah.
But you have, what, 5 primes with this after head already? So it's not really worth it.
Yeah. So it looks great though. They did a very good job on it. I mean, it's almost like before he had the Matrix and after he got the Matrix, you know, like
yeah.
that's like the change, like, you know, Hot Rod going to Rodimus.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Next up, I don't know if we talked about this. I feel like we've already seen these pictures, but we've looked at so many different Devastators that I don't remember, so we're just putting them in new. This is Load Fighter. What's that name? Makes me laugh. DST 02003. What are your thoughts? We did look at these. I remember looking at the legs with the crabs on the side of them. I can't think of a better way to describe it.
So this is the Deformation Space long haul.
Deformation Space? Dream Star Toys.
Or Dream Stars, excuse me, Deformation Space. I wish they were.
I was very confused for a second.
I wish they were still around. Excuse me, yes. So I like the way this looks. It's it's very different. I think we saw the combined mode. That's what we were looking at.
I swear we've seen these pictures before,
And
but
we
they were
could have.
posted as new. So,
But yeah, I think he looks very bulky, even though his chest could be the picture on the left, his chest doesn't look as full or developed in comparison to his midsection and his legs going down. But the picture on the right, yeah, it looks like it should be wider. But the picture on the right, that angle, it looks like it is. So I'm gonna go with it. Probably looks more like the picture on the left, and just the posability gives you the look that you want by the right.
I would agree. Yeah, I think this looks good too, but it looks like the upper body needs to be just enlarged a little bit.
Yep.
And I get it. It's because he forms the hips of Devastator, so they need to be a little bit bigger, a little more bulky, but they could have enlarged the top. And here he is in vehicle mode, which I swear we talked about this already. Because I said it doesn't look Cybertronian. It looks like it's 30, 40, 50 years in the future of Earth. Mm-hmm. It looks like future Earth, but not fully Cybertronian, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. I think when this was first announced, we saw like the first two figures, I think, and
I don't remember.
But it's, hey, all these Devastators are wearing on me too. I think it looks. Yeah, I think it looks good. I think it's definitely, as you said, not what we're used to from a G1 version. I think they're kind of doing their own thing. It looks futuristic. As you said, I think it has a lot of details in there. There's a lot of unsmooth surfaces and ridges and things that, you are going to be able to touch and feel. Like even in the back, it looks like his weapon, I guess, stores back there. Like you can see the grooves in the back on the top. I think it looks good.
Yeah, I do too. Different. I want to see the color. I think that'll really bring it to life.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, let us know your thoughts on this figure below, and we'll be right back with the updates. Well, let's get into the updates. And first thing, we have clearer images of the Studio Series, what are those called? Reveals that happened at the NYCC. And we have in-hand images from a breakfast event via TFW. So let's take a look at Double Punch first. What are your thoughts on Double Punch?
I see that this is the Scorpion you were talking about that you were waiting for.
I said you were waiting for this one.
I'm so happy you'll be picking this up.
I will say, I think they did a great job painting it. I loved the weathered red throughout it. It kind of looks like a blood splatter. But I do like that it, like on the chest, it's a little weathered. On the Scorpion's back, it's just something we don't usually see in Transformers. And I think that looks really cool. I do wish it was fuchsia, not red, to be a more homage to Double Punch. And we can see that it looks pretty much the same in hand. Honestly, if I see this for 40% off, I would pick it up, but not full price. I kind of want to know how the Scorpion hands transform, because if you look, they're on the shoulders, but then they're at the tips. I think that looks kind of interesting.
I thought you were going to say for $30, $40, you'll pick it up.
Oh, goodness gracious. Yes, I will pick it up for $30 or $40. Why don't you put that in my bank account? Because that's, and then I'll just pocket the rest.
I mean, you could pick it up and move it to its appropriate place on the shelf. That's not $30 or $40. Help the person stocking the shelves. It was clearly put in the wrong place. Yeah, this is a pass for me. I'm not a fan at all. Yeah, this is easy for me.
I will say I do wish we got more repaints in the Studio Series line like this. We used to get them, but we don't anymore. Next, we've got Hatchet, which I love that movie franchise, but, this is a Transformer we're talking about. It looks fine. I can see why somebody would want it to finish the dreads. It's just not my cup of energon at all.
I like the alt mode. I think
the alt mode is very clean.
Yeah.
It has pegs on both of the wheels, and it's very solid looking, at least.
Pins,
yes. Thank you.
I do the same thing. Yeah, I like what they're doing with it. Again, I'm just not a studio, the live action movie figure collector, but I think it looks fine. Yeah, it looks fine.
Yeah, and here it is in hand. It does look like it has a little bit better posability, especially in the neck. I think that's kind of cool looking. You know, I don't hate it, but the alt mode looks a little weird from this angle. But I'm gonna take it on that it's the angle, the back end of the wheel, right?
It like the previous picture looked a lot better than this picture did.
Let's say it's the angle, and for now, until we get in-hand images.
Yeah, even that alt mode on the picture looked ashy. It looks like it needs some lotion. Somebody give it some baby oil. No Diddy.
Once an episode, I think that's going to happen. Next, we got Skywarp from Paulo Cybertron, and you can really see that I think this looks better than Starscream, and I really like that they didn't use black. They used like a purpley black or brownish black, I don't know, on the limbs. I think that's really cool. But I know you really liked this. You have a lot of the Fall of Cybertron stuff. You picking this one up?
You just lied to the American people here.
No, you have Bumblebee and Ratchet, don't you?
I do not have Ratchet.
Oh, you just have Bumblebee? Well, you have more than I have, so are you going to be picking this up?
I won't be picking this up. And I'm sorry, I said the American people. I'm talking. We've actually have fans all over. So you're lying to the BVC community. I actually like the way this looks. I'm not going to pick it up. Question, because I don't remember. So is something missing from our right side? Because I see
he doesn't have his mace.
No, like, so it looks like there's a wing on the left.
We talked about that last time. The wings folded in on the stock photo.
Right, but it looks big on the left side, like it actually is protruding like an actual wing with the Decepticon symbol on it.
Yeah, that because it's supposed to fold out. Here, let's go to this. You could kind of see where the two wings are on each side.
Oh, okay, there we go. All right, I was missing that. Yeah. I was looking at the little itty bitty wing that's folded up in the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
The bot mode looks fine here, but the alt mode is not the best looking thing.
I think I would probably like it without all the stuff on it, like with all the weapons in it.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Yeah.
But let's move on to probably the most divisive one of the bunch. And
oh my gosh, I'm so excited! Not.
I will say I think the color is better than the one that came out for the movie, look. I don't like what people have been calling it, the carrot. I do like the see-through one better.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, that one. But yeah, see, I think the see-through it just looks better to me. But yeah. I understand from a animation accurate, But yeah, I don't really have much more to say besides it's the fourth repaint of this mold, and in 2 or 3 years we're gonna get an updated Galvatron. He's the main bad guy of the movie, practically.
That's why I'm so disappointed in this. I will be saving my $55, and this is also a shelf warmer. I've seen
somebody in the comments said it was still
I've seen
on
it.
The shelf. You've seen him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I haven't. He's not out here, so that's crazy. So I don't understand why they're putting this out now. Maybe they just needed to fill a spot. Maybe they were planning on this being the first Devastator piece, and they just needed to shove something in, and this was the easiest thing to do because they already have the mold. That's just me trying to figure out why. And in hand, the color I think looks kind of better, honestly, in hand. But I know you love the back of this alt mode.
It's so terrible.
It's your favorite, but it's not bad. It's not it's not offensive, it's not horrible, but it's not what I think fans wanted. You know, they wanted a updated version versus a 5-year-old figure, 4-year-old figure. I don't exactly know how old, but it's pretty old.
That's the biggest part. When you're doing the 86 line in particular, since that's what I know more about. When you're doing the 86 line, we're looking for new figures. We're looking for it to be kind of a premium type of feel to the figures. And this is a smack in the face of like, yeah, you guys are going to buy it. And I'm not at full price.
Yeah, no, I think this is fine. I mean,
if you don't have it, definitely, by all means.
Well, that's the thing. That I think I said that in the last episode. I'll play devil's advocate. If you don't have it, it's a great figure.
Or if you have only one other or something like that, yeah.
Yeah. But now, if they release this at Voyager class, I think that would have been a much easier pill to swallow. But, you know, Hasbro, they wouldn't do that. Maybe take away the Matrix and the random ship guns.
Yeah.
I never understood those.
So ugly.
I mean, I understand them, but I don't understand why they're there. But either which way, let us know your thoughts on this below. It was pretty divisive in the comments. They also showed off some images of the Mandalorian, and this is what I expect from a $55 figure. A lot of accessories, a lot of cool little niche things. I think this looks great. I'm excited to add this to my collection.
I am too. And next year, I think this is coming out.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited about this one as well.
Yeah. When we have nothing, when we agree, we don't have anything to talk about. Next, we have the War for Cybertron. Oh, this is a War for Cybertron mold. Oh my goodness. Siege Titan class Omega Supreme. And this is a BBTS exclusive for the reissue. I didn't realize this was that old. That's kind of crazy, especially since it's literally just the same thing. But I have seen it in person. Thank you, Bobby, for showing me. And I think it looks good. It's a good, if you want an Omega Supreme, I think it's about $200. I think that's an okay price, especially with all the features it has. It actually doesn't, he has a mini con, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Or it might not be a mini con, but he comes with an extra mini figure, which all Titans should. And the one Titan that really should didn't. Looking at you, Tidal Wave. So I think this is worth the money for nowadays.
Wow, you know what? I had to think about it. I remember I was in my previous house when I had this.
Really?
Figure. Yeah.
Wow.
And I even might have been single when.
Oh God.
So yeah, so this figure is pretty old.
Yeah. I mean, I remember getting Siege. My wife got it for me for Christmas when they all came out. The first wave. She found them all out, you know, and got it for me. And that was a while ago.
Yeah.
I was like 3 houses back.
Yeah. So I think, but now with that being said, I thought this was a great figure.
Yeah, I think it looks great too.
It looks
it's
great.
Not as much as the Galvatron. Well, the Galvatron could use some updates. I think this one, they do more? Yes, but do they have to? Probably not.
Yeah, I thought this was a real. I mean, unless they were going to add some electronics, to give it the G1, treatment. But I thought this was a really good figure. The track was definitely smaller than, it was like a circle instead of an oval. But I thought this was a great figure.
Yeah, I think it looks good too. Moving on, we have the digital release of Transformer 1 details. And I guess there's going to be 45 minutes of bonus content if you get the digital or 4K Ultra HD. And you'll be able to meet the voice actors. It'll take you through the climax fight. And there's like behind the scenes of the Iacon 5000 and some more. So that's always cool. I like bonus features. I probably won't be picking them up, but I think it's cool if you're really into this movie, like few of our members are, to see all those things behind the scenes. I love that type of stuff, and you guys will have to let me know how it is.
I was just thinking about this weekend, and how one of our members kept on talking about how great this movie was, and
It was a really good movie. I'm not gonna
yeah,
lie.
Chris,
I just don't buy physical media, any physical media as far as movies go anymore.
I think Chris said he saw it. Was it
10 times.
10 times in the movie theater. So, shout out to Chris for helping make
Keep
this
the movie
this
alive.
movie a success. Yeah, I saw it. I turned on the TV today and I saw it on buy or rent on Amazon Prime. So it's finally here. So I thought it was a good movie as well. So and again, and my lady thought it was a good movie, which was very
That
surprising.
surprised me when you told me that.
Yeah.
I thought we've talked about it. We did a whole review. This is the best Transformers movie in theaters, in our opinion, since the '84 movie, even though I wasn't alive back then. Still, if you haven't seen it, go see it. If it's still in the theaters, I don't know if it is or not. Go see it in the theater, support it. If it's not, go ahead and rent it or buy it, whatever you prefer, and watch it.
And it's '86 movie.
Thank you.
84.
I did say '84,
but
my mind's not working as we.
I know it's late. Yeah. No, as he said, go watch it, buy it, do both.
Next, we have 3-0's DLX Transformers Bumblebee, the Optimus Prime Cybertron mode event exclusive, which we talked about. Here's all the pieces. And I guess the main thing is it includes an additional transparent hologram Earth effect part, which we both said we liked. Mm-hmm. So I think that is the exclusive part on this. Maybe the deco as well, but I think this looks really good. Not my version of Prime, my favorite version of Prime. But I really like the hologram with the painted green parts. I think that's really cool looking.
Yeah, that's the first thing I noticed. I thought that was really cool. Yeah, not my favorite version of Prime either. Won't be picking this up, but I think anybody who does pick it up, I wouldn't raise an eyebrow and question why. I think it looks great, and if you like these versions of Prime,
I'd only raise an eyebrow since this is so expensive and ask them to buy me something. Next, we have Tim Hedda's Cannon upgrade for Studio Series 1 Megatron. This does look so much better and screen accurate than the one that comes with it originally. I like that you could put the other one on his back as like a homage to the G1 Megs. In alt mode, it's a little lackluster with it just hanging there, but I understand they can only do so much. Yeah, if you have this figure, I think this improves it.
Completely agree. Yeah, he did a very good job on this.
Yeah, I don't understand why Hasbro didn't do this.
I think I'm going to start saying I don't understand why Hasbro did this.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to start doing. Like, if they surprise me when they come out, if they, like, added something.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So, if the next Titan comes with a minigun, you're going to be like, I'm surprised Hasbro did this. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll do the opposite then, so we can be balanced.
I'm gonna be positive.
Next off, I don't know why Hasbro didn't do this either. I'm just joking. We've got hand blasters for Legacy Prime Cliff Jumper from Fundy Studios. They look great, honestly. They look really good. He has like that little piece that pops up. I know a lot of people love Prime Cliff Jumper. Pick it up. Well, you can't pick them up. Print them if you would like these.
Yeah, I think they look great in hand. I agree with the little pieces that pop up. They look kind of cool in the alt mode too. From a distance, I can't really tell how it looks, but it looks like he's hauling butt with those blast effects coming out. So yeah, it looks pretty good. We actually have this mold. So
yes.
Are you going to be looking at getting these, James?
No, because I have mine with a Decepticon symbol. Can't really tell. So that ain't Cliff Jumper no more. So he doesn't need these.
Gotcha.
How about you?
No. I mean, mine's in a case somewhere.
So bad. Let's move on to Fans Hobbies MB32 Metal Hawk, the alt mode. What do you think of this chunky jet?
It is very chunky. I like the size. I'm assuming those are arms on the front. I don't really
Yeah.
like those too much. It kind of throws the proportions off for me. It looked like it would have been a very clean looking jet, but then I can't remember what the tune alt mode looked like or the figure looked like in alt mode. Is that reminiscent of what it looked like? Do you know?
I don't know, and that's what I was going to bring up. I don't like it so much either, but that kind of reminds me of like a G1 transformation thing. Just put the arms on the top of the jet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And he was so tiny, I believe, too, so that would make sense. But other than that, I do think this looks cool. I like all the tail fins in the back. It's kind of ridiculous, but I kind of like it at the same time.
Through all the air.
Exactly. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, they could be like giant exhaust vents to like propel him. You could kind of see that. I've seen worse. At least they're not just hanging off the bottom. They kind of transform into something. And like you said, the size is really good. Honestly, I think it's great. The scale's all off there because that car is just as big as a fire truck, which is almost just as big as a jet, which is almost big as a missile carrier. But they do look good together. Yeah. I'm just curious if all of the, what do they call it? Shell pieces can fit on this and what it looks like.
Yeah. I'm hoping that you don't have to just put them in a drawer or something like that.
I mean, that's what I probably would do anyways because I don't like the shell pieces.
I don't either, but I just hope that you can do something with them.
Didn't Ronin Warriors have the armor like sitting by this on the side?
Yeah,
that would be kind of cool if you could do something like that with this.
Yeah, that would be.
I would display it like that.
Yeah, on the show they did. On the toys, my toys don't do that, but that would be cool.
That would be cool, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be very cool. I'd do that.
I would too. Galaxy Toys showed off more images of their micro-scale Megatron. Supposedly it's smaller than Dr. Wu. Yeah. This looks really good for that size. It would look good if it was even bigger. If this was just a normal Legend size, I'd say, oh, yeah, that looks good for Megatron. Besides maybe the fist, but again, how small it is, I can't even complain. And he has the helmet and the mace that plug into the hand. I would be scared of those pegs.
I'm looking because I have an Intel sticker on my laptop here as well, and I'm looking at the size of the sticker and the size of the sticker in the photo. I'm like, geez, that thing is tiny. Very cool though, very very cool. Yeah, that's too small for me though.
Oh, you should get it. It'd look good with some combiners or Metroplex or something.
I think it might be even a little bit too small for that.
Not for a Metroplex.
Like, yeah.
I mean, I always see Metroplex should be ginormous, and like the character should fit in the little windows. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
So this would even be too big for that, but it would look cool maybe with the 4 foot tall one whenever you get that.
Oh god, I forgot about that.
Well, let's move on to another Legends base figure. Anyways, and we've got Siang Culture Base Fortress Heidelberg, or Scorponok. It'll be about 17.7 inches tall. So before you gush about it, I'm going to say what I say about it. And I do like it, but it looks way too similar, and the size is too similar to the Hasbro one. So I will be skipping on this because I was hoping it'd look at least a little bit different, but it looks exactly the same, besides having a gun, which I do appreciate. Okay, go ahead.
I was actually going to say it has a gun, which we talked about actually like on an episode ago.
Yeah.
That you were mad that it didn't come with it. I think the blast effects look really good on it. I think the colors are very, very good. It looks like the reason I was smiling is when they first announced this, I said they're very smart by releasing this instead of TFcon, because we know that his enemy is Fort Max and Metroplex's is TFcon, if you jumped in on Metroplex, you'll probably jump in on this, and you'll jump on the future ones that they come out with. So I think it's very smart. I think this looks very good. I didn't look at the sizes. I like that it comes with everything, because also the Hasbro one didn't come out with I think, is it full tilt?
I believe so. Yeah, that is cool. Well, we're assuming it comes with it because they pictured it here.
Yeah, well, because they pictured it. Because with the Metroplex, they didn't show 6-gun and Scamper.
You never know, though. But even if they were cheap anyways, so.
Yeah, I'm assuming it comes with it. I think they did a very, very good job with this, and I probably will pick this up.
Yeah, you don't have to say probably. Let's look at some of the cool little features. There's the Headmaster in there, so again, looks great. But I just have it already. It's like the same figure. Maybe you'll get it and you'll show me how different it is, and then I'd want to pick it up. I'll let you be the guinea pig. And he has little robo arms, which are pretty cool. So all around, I think this is a good looking figure. I just wish it was looked a little bit better than the Titans Return one, because it's very, very similar.
It also looks like you see the little purple door in between that's popped up with the little gray part that looks like it's like maybe like missiles.
I think so. Yes.
I think it has like all these little secret compartments. I don't remember the Hasbro.
It doesn't have that, which is cool. I do like all that, but it's not going to be worth another $200.
Well, yeah. Hopefully, it's not as much, because I think the Metroplex came out at a price point, and then it like dropped down almost immediately.
Like $50.
Yeah, almost immediately. So hopefully it's the same thing. But yeah, this looks good. I don't know where I'm gonna put it.
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping that this was going to be more 13 inches tall or something like that, so he could fit in with my normal Decepticons, because in the Marvel comics, and how I've always seen Scorponok, is not as a giant fortress city. He's just been a normal Transformer. Because I'm not used to the city one, and I grew up on Beast Wars, so I always thought Scorponok wasn't huge, and then I learned he was a city, and I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense. So, thoughts aside, I was hoping for him to be a little smaller.
Yeah, no, gotta make him big. Yep, good job.
Next, we have something directly for you. We've got Big Firebird Scarlet Princess, which was their Windblade, but now is a Kitsune Miku, which is a fox-eared Shinto princess, supposedly. When can we expect to see this in your collection? Because you did really like this jet mode.
I have to see the jet mode again, because I don't remember what it looks like.
It was that crazy futuristic jet.
Yeah, I just don't remember. I mean, those heels are hell.
I know I would assume this figure has to balance on the. I don't know if those are tails or like kimono or whatever that is as well.
Yeah, I have to see more pictures. I'm not sure what I'm looking at. My eyes are like failing on me. I'm a little confused.
Well, it's also like I don't like the fabric draped over the chest, just because it's a Transformer. It doesn't make sense.
It's very suggestive.
Well, one, it's very suggestive. Two, it's like, is that metal? Is it? You know what I mean? Like, what is it? But either which way, I probably will be skipping out on this unless it comes out in a really interesting, unique color, and it just looks amazing. But I think Blue actually said he didn't like their Beetle girl.
He did.
He bought like so many of them and then returned them. So I don't know if I would pick this up. I kind of want their Spider Cleopatra lady, but I'm not sold on that either. So time will tell.
I'm right there with you. So I think we'll both be waiting. I want to see this. I want to see it in color and some more images, I guess.
Because, yeah, this is looking a little weird. Well, let us know what your thoughts are on this figure below, as well as that Scorponok. And we'll be right back with incoming and recently released.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into what's incoming, and not too much stuff this time, but we do have Symbiote Studios, Transformer Sludge and Grimlock version 3 are coming in, as well as the Bumblebee and Halloween costume wardrobe kit will be available for purchase. So it comes with like some witches hats and stuff, which is very cute. These all look great. I won't be picking them up, but they do look great.
I don't remember version 2 or version 1 looking any different from version 3.
Well, I think version 2 of Sludge was with the cartoon eyes.
Oh, okay.
But I don't remember version 1 or Grimlock's the different versions. Grimlock does kind of look like he's missing teeth instead of having pointy teeth.
Mm-hmm.
But it still looks cute.
I like the Rumble and Frenzy. I think those are very cute. Though, yeah.
They all look good.
Yeah. Too expensive, I think, what we said.
I don't remember the price, but probably. Nakomake is having the X-Cross Owan Megalon. It's shipping now, so this should be to retailers soon. And I think this figure looks great. A different take on Megatron. I loved... Is this the one with the Gatling gun arm?
Yep.
Yeah, so I really like the Gatling gun arm aesthetic. I like the feet that it's based... This whole figure seems like it's based off of Dark of the Moon Megatron, but more like anime Gundam type of stylings. And I think that's really cool. It doesn't transform, so I won't be picking it up, but I do like it.
Everything you said, I'm right there with you on. It looks great. I like the feet. Yeah, this looks good. I wish it did transform into something.
Even if it's like a blob with treads and a Gatling gun sticking out the top.
Yeah, something, but it does look really good.
Yeah. Let's talk about what's recently released. First things all for you, the Retro G1 Bombshell was cited in Canada by Bonk Storm via TFW and Cybertron.ca.
Looks good.
Everybody knows what that means. The ram horn makes it look like it's missing something. Like it looks like a shadow. I don't know. That's what I thought.
I just had to crack my neck. That's what I was doing, looking over to the side there. The box definitely doesn't look filled. See a lot of empty space in there, but I do like the artwork on the cover. Again, it's kind of completing sets for us, so I'm happy.
Did they already come out with the other Insecticons?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I don't remember.
I'm looking at them in the movie packaging.
Okay. Next, we've got Superman Studio or Tim Hedda's kit for Swoop. Now, are you picking this up?
No. What would have made me pick this up, honestly, if they gave it a different beak to make it thinner.
Oh, yeah.
I would have been tempted then.
That makes sense, because instead of him looking like a pelican.
Yeah.
It would also be cool if the missile launchers fired, if they made spring-loaded ones to go with them.
Oh,
that seems like a no-brainer, but maybe they're worried about, toy laws or something.
Poking your eye out.
Yeah, exactly. Next, we've got Galvatron. I don't remember what the tip of the blaster looks like, so I hope this looks better. Did I take the words out of your mouth?
I was hoping you were going to say it looks better because of whatever and help me remember.
No, I don't remember, but I think the missiles look cool. I don't know where they go, but they look cool.
Maybe in alt mode. I don't remember where they go either, but I have not picked up this version of...
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it either, but I didn't pre-order it or anything. I don't know when it's released or anything, but yeah, it looks fine.
Yeah, I'll get it when it's $35 like the Megatron. Perfect price. Next, we've got Cheng Tiao CT01 Megatron, be a Weibo user. Now, you could take off this Megatron's arm and give it to the Legends Prime, which is really cool, but it's also less than $20 on some sites. I think I might get this because of the price. I've talked about it on the show. I have a core class display at my work, and this would fit right in. And for less than $20, that's not bad. I didn't know it was going to be so cheap.
I'm having a hard time right now.
He is too.
I know my dog is going crazy over here. He just woke up. I'm having a hard time because I don't need another version of Megatron that looks like this. This is going to have me creating a Megatron shelf.
You should already have one to begin with.
Or display. I got display case. But I do like the fact. Then it was like, do I spend $20 just to do the Megatron arm?
Which I could see you doing.
You don't know me.
Yeah, well, I know you like to spend your money. Like you're going to on these two. We got New Age Toys H63B Monster Nidhogg and New Age Toys H63C Gorgo, the comic. And these are credits, both of Weibo users. Now, you were interested in both of these colorways. Are you picking them both up?
Yeah.
Are you buying all the comic colors now?
No.
Why not? You need to finish them.
No, I don't. I'm because I don't really like all of them. This one just looked really cool.
It does.
Same with the swoop. I did it with the swoop too, I believe.
Then you got the G2 colors, didn't you?
I got
the green and blue one, and then the SG colors.
That's what it was. So I have three. I'll have three of these. I'll have two swoops. I have one.
Three of these. What is the other one you're picking up? The G2. You like the Christmas colors. That's right.
Yeah.
You're gonna put it under your tree.
Yeah. This is dangerous. So, yeah. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna go back and pick up the comic colors, but this one looked really good to me.
Yeah, both of these figures look amazing.
Oh yeah, both of them. Yeah, both of them.
I mean, the SG one to me is better because it's more unique, and I love that clear sword, even though he can't hold it the right way because of the hilt. I do love that clear pink sword. It looks great.
I like the pink sword. I think both of these look amazing. Like the colors for the shattered glass look amazing, and then I don't know, that blue head and yeah, I don't know. It's just I want to get this.
Yeah. Well, while Bobby contemplates that, let us know what you think about these New Age figures down below. And that is everything for us today. We will be having our haul live. I don't know if you mentioned that or not, but that will be on Sunday at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. We hope to see all of you there. With that being said, go ahead and like and subscribe and do all that YouTube stuff. And we will see you guys in the next one.
Yes, check out our interview with the Chosen Prime. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, we'll see you then.
As always, to all debates are won. See you guys next time.